Next up for our next speed talk, we have Jeremy Vuillermet, who's going to be talking to us about how to best visualize and gain insights from spatio-temporal data sets like camera traps and audio recordings. So Jeremy, whenever you're ready to share your screen, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, and thank you, Julia, for introducing CamTrapDP, because that's also what I'm using, and I didn't have time to introduce it, so that's really on point. So I will show a bit of BioWatch, which is a desktop app that we just kind of released in beta, which is made to explore camera trap datasets. We focus on camera trap to start with, but as Julia noticed, it also works for other kind of data like bioacoustics. And I'm glad to see that CamTrapDP can adapt, because it will make our life easier, for example. So next slide. Yeah, I recently teamed up with a former colleague, Arthur Caillot, who is in the chat, and created Earth Tools Maker, who create open source technology to address conservation and environmental challenges. So it will have a link in the chat, but definitely check it out. Yeah, because the projects are really interesting, and I joined because I wanted to help and participate. So the demo will be quick, and I will start from scratch, because one of the points of this application is that it's really easy to install, and you don't have to know anything about development or command line. It's just a normal app. So on GitHub here, I can get the installer file. It works on Windows or Linux, has been mostly tested on Mac for now. And once it's downloaded, I can just start and install it like a normal Mac app. And when it's installed, I can run it, and hopefully it works. And yeah, as you can see, it's quite fast, and no need for other tools. And we started with a desktop app because the few projects we had around camera traps, there were a hard constraint on not being able, for legal reason, not being able to upload data to third party. So it had to work locally, and thus the desktop app. So if I want to start from scratch and get an idea how it works, you can use the demo dataset, which will be using JBIF data. So again, thanks I saw some people in the chat, Dan Morris or Sana, who help us discover CamTrapDP and get those datasets. So here it's a dataset from Luxembourg, as you can see. So we get some metadata, as well as the contributors, and a list of species for this particular dataset. And here the map with all the deployment. If we go to the activity tab, here it's more dedicated to comparing and seeing like the activity for every species. So on the right, I have a selector. So for example, if I run the deer and the European badger, I can select those, and this will update the map and the charts in real time, and I can dig in and see how they are spread. At the bottom, it's more about the time. So we have the entire study time range. And right now we are focused on this area. But if I move that because I want to study, I don't know, the winter or something else, this will update the data quite quickly because everything is local. And here we can see, for example, during this period, there was no observation, so the map is empty. And if we go back here, we can also see on the left that the daily activity is changing. So it's like a 24-hour clock, where the deer in green mostly active at dawn and dusk, while the European badger in yellow, using these colors, is mostly active between the beginning of the night. And then we have the media tab, which focus on the picture themselves. Those are hosted on Agouti, I think. And again, using the same pattern, I can select a specific species, let's say the fox, for example, and let's say I want mostly daily images. So I can select this time range, the bottom left, maybe it's a bit small, and I will start to see only images during the day where it might be clearer. So everything is local. You don't have to upload anything. So it's some advantages that it's faster, and you can change also the time range similar to before. And the last tab is about the deployment. So you can see all your deployment when they were active. The bigger the dots, the more observation. So meaning that you can also spot some gap, maybe where the camera stopped working. And if I click on this one, it will scroll and I can see the active period for this one. And similarly, if I want to know this one, in some dataset, there are more descriptive name, not on this one, but this also highlight the one on the, so you know where it is. And finally, I want to demo maybe how to import datasets. So I have one ready that I downloaded from JBIF because I had the entire list, which was really useful of dataset that support camera trap. So I just drag and drop, and this will be imported in like a few seconds maximum, and I get the same kind of data. This one is a bit more specific because the data, the images are local on the computer, so it's even faster to really dig through the images, and we can imagine doing other filters to maybe find really the perfect images in some cases, or really only find the images during the winter if that's interesting. So yeah, you get the idea. And so to finish, I have one more slide for the conclusion where, how can you help? So we need beta testers. So if you have a data set and you want to try, contact me and we'll try together. We might need some biologists and scientists to help us decide what to show and have the relevant data and visualization, because I'm not a biologist, I'm a front-end developer. So that might not be, everything might not be really correct or useful for scientists. Other data sets, any ideas or other format to support, and money. This is our free time volunteering, but maybe if people really are interested so we can keep working on that, that could help. And thank you for the wildlife groups. We had a lot of help there, where we also learned about CamTrap DP, which is exactly what we needed. Dan Maurice, Sana, Jakub, that gave us a lot of direction, because I mentioned I'm not a biologist. So we were able to discover a lot about this field quickly, thanks to those people and Wild Labs. So thank you.
Thank you so much. That is, I love different, like all these different data visualization tools, and that is so cool. And I think I get excited about thinking about how you mentioned possibly integrating like bioacoustics data in the future, like how all that multi sort of sensory data could be incorporated. We don't have too much time for questions, so I'm going to direct people to the chat to ask any questions and for you to answer them. I know I have some that I'm going to be dropping in.
Yeah.